And welcome back, everyone, on the Decod3rs channels. Tonight we have a special guest, DMC from GMCOCK Coins. Okay, GMCOCK Coins. GMCOCK, right? That's
Yeah.
the name, right? Yeah,
It is.
makes sense.
You say cock really funny, like your French accent. Cook.
I have no idea what you're talking about, like which French accent, like doesn't make sense. But bro, welcome home. Happy to have you here. Oh yeah, before anything else, like this streams is like sponsor streams. We didn't know each other before that stream, so it's gonna be a nice way to like like talk about your past, like why you built the project, and yeah, like what's your goal in the Web3 industry.
Yeah, that sounds great. And I just kind of stumbled upon your show when you interviewed like two kind of like hero goats of mine, Smithy Labs and then Clouds, like back to back. Like I just randomly, saw that you're going with some guests that like I really pay attention to. So
Nice.
it caught my attention, and I'm glad that we met.
100%. And thank you so much for joining those live streams and like asking your question via like Twitter. Twitter live stream too. That's definitely a huge vertical for us. So yeah, and know you're here. And yeah, like honestly, like Smitty and Clouds, like Clouds, I know him like since 2 years now, like probably like 2021. But like Smitty, like we like same thing, enjoying the channel because like, of the sponsor shows and stuff. And now we are partners on the channel. We're gonna have like regular shows and stuff. So yeah, you're gonna see George more often on the channel. That's for sure.
Good. They're someone great to pair with. Like the crypto world like doesn't quite know yet like how actually explosive that entire project or lab or whatever can be. Clouds, I actually like randomly like did actually work with him as well. Like he might not remember me, but I worked with him with Oak Paradise like also 2 years ago.
Nice. Yeah, like dude, this guy, he has like the best edit on the timeline. Like his skills on editing videos, it's funny. It's like quick paced and stuff. It's amazing. It's really good content, and it's blowing up. Like it took the timeline recently with like even like getting retweet from Andrew Tate, like making good impression. The numbers are good.
Yeah, Andrew Tate got arrested today, which is crazy. By British police.
Yes,
like, I don't
exactly.
know. That's a weird story.
Yeah.
Clouds had something to do with that.
Probably, man. That's but let's I don't know, Clouds, please release the Tate browser. We need them on the timeline so you can make even more views on impression on city. GM Jazz, GM Juba, yes, see like nice PFP Juba. Hi Steph, you need to change your PFP to a Decod3rs, but that's a discussion for later, or for like a GMCOCK PFP later on, I guess. Amumu, what's up? GM, and Ryan, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Max, GM, same thing. You have to choose between the two projects and wear the PFP on YouTube to expand the brand. But DMC, okay, so let's talk about you first, and then we can like talk more about like the little casino that you try to build on, like you're building on Solana. But yeah, let's start with you. Like when did you start crypto? Tell us your story, bro.
So like poker actually ties into my entire crypto journey one way or the other, because I actually started in crypto from playing on a online poker site called Bovada. They would do payouts like in crypto, and it was the easiest method to do it for quite some time. And so my buddy and I were playing on there and got our first Bitcoin like withdraw in 2016. And then the first like token I ever purchased was Ethereum when it was $12. And I had like an extremely epic bag fumbling of that, but it did let me, swap into some like OG projects and stuff. So I definitely got the bug in, I think 2016 it was. And I'm not, a millionaire yet, sadly, but I definitely love crypto. I've been, not just a fan of the space, but I've gotten educational background in it, and I did branch into the NFT world a lot more in 2022, mostly with like poker NFTs, which are
Nice.
like a terrible ecosystem. Like poker NFTs basically don't survive beyond 6 months tops. Like that's about their lifespan average, which I learned
Okay.
the hard way. But
Why?
the community is super tight. Like they generally are using their mint funds for prizes, like prize pool. Like it's really hard to add any true additional income streams unless you're doing something like the Soul City, Ion Poker, Aeon Poker, they're called now. Like if you don't run a poker room that has a very reliable base of players, then you're gonna collapse in from your own weight at some point fairly quickly. So poker NFTs
Okay.
specifically are a nasty market to even think of, and they've kind of died off. But that did like draw me into the space technically early 2022 as far as the NFT world.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So yeah, true OG, bro. And like you, I guess like you saw a lot of meta come and go, and like yeah, same thing project in casino. So now you're building your own to fix all of the like execute better, right? That's the plan.
Yeah, I mean that is how it works. Like they
Yeah.
weren't, I've never been a founder before.
Mm-hmm.
I've assisted some projects, and I actually work for Oak Paradise, and they have a new prediction market and casino called Gambly, which is basically
Mm-hmm.
partnering with a ton of recent like meme coin projects to do a like marketing white label casino. So like Vice and Peep and like a handful of these recent meme coin shit coins that
Mm-hmm.
started pumping actually are the main source of our business model. But yeah, as far as my personal project, like I wanted to also you know find out who I can be as like a founder, like a full-fledged founder, not just someone that is employed and gets paid by a separate project. So
Mm-hmm.
it's something that I felt the time was right for. As far as the market itself, the upcycle was clearly there as far as the runway available, and I had been sort of building out this concept since 2022, as far as
Okay.
having like a cockfight themed NFT and project related to that. And so like it's been sort of in the works for quite some time. And then finally, I just could see the writing on the wall as far as what things were going to look like, as far as market opportunity. And it was just time to go ahead and,
That makes sense.
dive in.
Nice. That's launching a project now. Like it makes more sense than launching like when Decod3rs launched like 1 year ago. That's for sure. In the middle of the beer market. I mean, if you
Mhm.
build like during that time, that's what you want to do, right? Like 100%. Like to keep building, and then when you get ready, then you can go with the boom. And so, what's the state of the project right now? Like, do you have any alpha of like the casino? Like, what's the what's the state?
Um, so the path we went was launch the meme coin first, which was December 28th. So GMCOCK, and
Mm-hmm.
the ticker just it's just cock. Like that was what we were like thinking would make the most sense as far as like the meme like factor.
Mm.
But then like a gamecock is actually the name of like a rooster. Like that's actually the name of a like another name for a rooster. And so gamecocks like fit perfectly
Mm.
for the NFT concept. And then the GM cock like is effectively like a kind of smushed like abbreviation style of that word. But then GM obviously has a lot of
Yeah.
pull. So it kind of just happened organically as far as putting the exact ticker together. But the coin was first, and then we have like a number of deployed games like already functioning. So the casino has been live for a little over 3 weeks, and it's built as like a true DApp, And so the casino isn't gonna have you deposit and hold your tokens in it. You're gonna actually activate wallet on every single play that you make, and so it has a lot of security risks removed due to that factor. Be, the dApps are kind of the future. The only issue really with dApps compared to like the Web 2, Web 3 hybrids that you'll see with like the Oak Paradise of the world is that the UI is kind of limited, and so it's because you have to be a real like savant specialist on the UI side to pull off like a really beautiful dApp for the interface side. Like that is always improving, and there's people you can purchase the work of, but they're expensive as hell. And I think that phase though is here where the UI side, like the front end and UI of these dApps is basically leveling up like super fast to where a lot of these programs are going to be like extremely beautiful starting this year. I've already been seeing them.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so like, how do you initiate like the budget for the project? Like right now, do you pay it for yourself? Like, how do you manage that?
Yeah, I mean, like the token was funded, the LP was funded with like 28 SOL, something like that. And then the project hasn't sold any tokens the entire time out of its supply. And so I also had like a really, really strong network from the poker community, the NFT poker community. That includes like some professionals as well, but they all know who I am and understand like what we're planning on doing here is not a situation where they're going to get like dumped on, in the first X amount of days or whatever. Like the token actually went to like 90K on day one from like bots. So you actually have the chart up. Yeah. So we had I woke up with it at 19K, went to bed with it at like 55 or something. And that's just the nature of meme coins though. And so like it literally translates to a ton of very strong charts out there. But really as far as the token, there's some mechanisms in place that have like a ton of upside for it, and it's been showing in the results of the price of the coin. So the Felt Casino, 100% of the revenue from the casino goes to the purchase and burn of the GMCOCK token. And then another one of our sales income streams is from our Discord bot. So like I have a kind of vision about building out a fighting ecosystem with customized Discord bots. We have one that is a cockfight where when you start the fight, the community actually picks which side they think is going to win. Then the fight appears on the screen through the bot, and when a winner or loser happens, it logs all the records of the players. And then it also does tournament mode, which is similar to like Rumble Royale, where you'll play until there's one left or whatever. So with that bot, it's capable of maintaining records from any server, any Discord server that runs it. And so because of that, we're able to actually do like large events where it's sort of a global tournament event, or whoever has the best record in this server at the end of this amount of time. We've actually ran some contests where the bot is basically a provable 50-50 odds. That is the concept behind the bot and our main like in-house casino build called GMCOCK is it's basically degen coin flip in terms of the game mechanics. So it's a true 50-50, but instead of like the played out kind of coin thing that everyone has, it's actually a rooster fight going at it to show you like if you win or lose. And so because of that, we've run contests where if you go 7-0 to start, or if you go 10-0 to start, you win like 5 SOL or 3 SOL or whatever. No one's been able to actually do it yet because the odds are effectively like 1,200 to 1 or something like that. The odds are like really tough to actually pull that off when it's a true coin flip odds. And so it still is fun though. People love participating in that. And the catch though with the Discord bot that I'm like really excited about, and as far as like the vision of this, is that we can build out the fighters custom to the NFT project itself.
Okay.
And the levels actually can be customized to match the theme of the project. So it works for shit coins, or we're calling them meme coins now. It works for meme coins. It works for NFTs. And we do have some non-rooster fight builds. So if you go to our Discord, I think we're running the Obsidian bot right now, which is like demonic. So it's like Cthulhu versus Fenrir. It's like a werewolf versus octopus monster, basically. And so that's basically what we're trying to like build out as far as the gaming ecosystem. And so that is it's a 2 SOL purchase for a project to get customized. And by operating this bot in their server, they're also integrated into that larger gaming sphere that we're operating.
Okay, so your whole casino is Discord based?
No,
just okay. So just like part of the cockfights.
Yeah, we have it's basically the cockfight is like sort of like the gaming element itself. Like you can't do Discord gambling like according to their rules. Like we didn't want to try to incorporate any wallet connection or anything like that, even though there's ways to actually do it. It's not something we want to get like kicked off of Discord for. Like there's a lot of risk in doing something exactly like that. So it's really a pure gaming thing where like Discord kind of like Discord rats or whatever, like they know the game Rumble Royale. That's like a classic game. So we have something quite similar that these projects can use, to play with their community that has like a almost equal entertainment value. And we think that building out that multiple NFT concept also lets us run like a multiverse style where you'll have one NFT from one project facing an NFT from another project in the fight. And so that's where it's going to kind of level up as far as the integration.
That's cool. And it's more engaging for people to participate in that kind of game because, again, you come to support your own community and want to rip up like the whole ecosystem. That's interesting. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's been fun. And honestly, I actually feel like that one has the most upside at the end of the day. Outside of the DGen Cockfight game, like we're going to be promoting that like a ton and really polishing it. That particular game, DGen Cockfight, is in our casino right now. So casino.feltgaming.io. We do have DGen Cockfight live right now, but the final like polishing of the UI and the game itself is going to be a full build out on its own domain. That's going to allow it to be like really a streamlined kind of open your phone, fire off some fucking Solana and either hate yourself afterwards or be smiling afterwards. And the casino takes Jupiter, USDC, what else? Solana and GMCOCK.
Okay, that's dope. Yes, that's nice integration. And I mean, you can always integrate more SPL token anyways, like views and stuff like that. So it's cool.
Let me know.
But like, for example, like what, why do you think like other projects failed to have this casino meta up and running and sustainable? And like, what happened there?
I mean, I come from the casino Web3 space. Like, so, I actually have been with a, it's kind of like legacy Web3, if that even makes sense, where it's like a Web2, it's a Web2 that has crypto deposits basically. So the transactions are not like nearly as much of a hurdle as far as being gated by regulatory and stuff. So Oak Paradise has been operating with crypto and really a lot of like the huge casinos have as well. Like crypto and casinos are like hand in hand, and they have been for some time. But as far as the casino game, like people don't realize this, but the volume is the absolute only way that you're going to make it, because it's very swingy. Like if you don't have a ton of volume, you definitely end up with some like losing weeks that like you didn't realize was going to happen. So we know like firsthand that what'll occur is you're ending up with like a 4% margin at the end of the year. And so the way that you like, can make up for that is by just crushing the volume that you get on your site. And so for casinos, like it's not that difficult. Like the barrier to entry is actually fairly low. But as far as like actually succeeding, you have to get people in seat, like butts in seats, as they say in the restaurant business. Like if people aren't playing there, you're effed. And so you also can get exploited. So that's part of like why dApps make a lot of sense. They're generally a lot easier to be able to audit as far as the exploit risks. And you can't have your players get exploited either as easily. Whereas like casinos like have the ability to get accounts hacked and stuff. Like we've been great with that at Oaks and Gambly. Like we haven't had, any of those exploits occur to our players or anything, but it happens all the time in the space. And sometimes it's like the owners behind it and shit. It's like, it's a tricky, like everything's nasty, bro. It's Wild West out here still. But with casinos, people think that like you have a casino, you're somehow like fucking just getting dump trucks of money every day. And it's nothing like that. Like you're getting 4% a lot of times before marketing costs.
Oh, okay. So it's not okay. It's not that much.
No, and it's partly because there's so many. The competition's so high that basically the slots have to pay out pretty damn well. And it only takes one like mega jackpot to like put you in the red for 6 months. Like it's literally like that. Like, so, casinos, like not all it's cracked up to be, as far as like the perception of it, it's a tremendous business, like, don't get me wrong there. It is a tremendous business. The ability to make money is there, but, it's not just like plug and play, start, buying your Corvettes and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's a marketing stunt. Like you have to attract people. Like, is that the winner takes all game? Like, for example, you have like one or two actors that have like 90% of the market, and then you have peanuts for the small actors.
There's definitely like a huge variance, like once it gets to the secondary tier of like market share. Like there are basically like the top dogs, like Stake is like absolutely crushing. And then the catch is though, like you have to pay attention to how like they're making money hand over fist, but they're also putting like 7 figures into single sponsorship deals. Like it's showing us like how that world actually works. Like we're not going that route with ours. Like a dApp casino, like it's not really. It's more of something that's like a very Web3 focused type deal. Like you're not trying to draw in, the old lady slot machine addict or whatever. Like they're not part of like who enters a dApp and fires up their phantom on it. But then with the like Web2 world, they're targeting like the whole, Web2 market as it existed like late 90s forward.
And who can you compete with like Stake or like even like any other like Web3 casino with like just like the operational cost that you can't have right now, like because again they inject billions and you have like at most millions of dollars to inject. Like, so what's the plan? What's your go-to-market strategy for that?
I mean, we don't need to really like be super concerned with blowing up on the casino side. Like, keep in mind, like this project LP was funded with 28 Sol. Like it's all about the scope of what you're trying to do. Like there's the ability to create a dApp casino and the ability to market it to like the players that are reasonably within the scope of your capabilities. Like that's one thing, but a place like Stake, they're shooting for the moon. Like they could have failed miserably considering how much they threw into the marketing for that. And I'm personally not like a huge fan of casinos themselves. Like I'm saying this as like an employee of one and an owner of like a casino dApp, but in reality, like I play poker, but I haven't like touched like a slot machine or blackjack table
Mm.
in many years. Like I just don't like knowing that the odds are stacked against me like that.
Yeah. That makes sense. Which, like in poker, you have more control than blackjack.
Yeah, it depends on the player. Honestly, a lot
Yeah.
of players would be better off playing blackjack. Blackjack has, you know, effectively some of the best odds that you're going to get, like the
Yeah.
closest to 50% odds. If you're like card counting, it can actually increase.
Mm.
But as far as you know, that whole concept, like it just kind of makes me sick. And I'm in Vegas every year. You know, I'm walking through these casinos, like
Mm.
for whatever reason, like I just am not like a super big fan of like the vibe and the energy. Like I noticed that people firing these slot machines, they're never actually smiling. Like they're staring at
Yeah.
the screen like super attentively, but like the energy is just off to me. And like I'm kind of rugging myself, like explaining this as I'm also owning and working for one. But I just
So
want to be
honest.
truthful about, yeah, it's like I'm not a big actual gambling person. And the whole thing is like you can gamble in crypto with a huge you know, protection of the downside. Like if anyone that just DCAs
Mm.
for multiple years, like you're gonna make it. You know,
Yeah.
it might like not feel great, but like just spend that $100 a month on whatever coin you truly believe in, and treat it like you're gambling. Treat it like once you purchase this coin, you just set it and forget it. You know, and then you look back like a couple years later and you have six figures. You
Mm.
know, I experienced that myself. It's a
Yeah.
real thing. So that kind of is like where I personally like to spend, you know, any disposable income versus like, you know, a lot of people do enjoy these slots and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's like the best way to see the betting industry is like to use it as like not getting rich scheme stuff, but like just entertainment. Like you pay for your Saturday night, 4 hours parties and stuff, and then like you lose money, okay, whatever,
Yeah.
and you win money, okay. So you enjoy it for free, right? That
No,
would
and
be
that's true.
yeah.
That's part of like, you know, with everything I said, like people have the right to make their own decisions. And
Yeah.
if they enjoy it, like that's literally the best thing you can do is something you enjoy. If it's not like actually, you know, extremely detrimental in some way,
Yeah.
like people do enjoy it. Like I personally am not like a huge fan, but I know that it exists and it is gaming, you know, so
Mhm.
casinos are interesting in that respect, that like it's high end gaming because there's real, you know, there's real like results on the line,
Yeah.
depending on the win and loss. So it's exciting, like in that regard. Like I do love the concept itself. You know, just it's something that people have to have self control with,
Yeah.
and it can be extremely fun though.
Mm.
You know, like you know, I'm not gonna, you know, get that part convoluted here. Like there is an element that like is effectively some of the most fun that people are having in a year when they make their Vegas trip or whatever.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like the first time I played roulette was in Spain, and I was bringing like $10 at the casino, and I was betting like 50 cents. When I was winning $2, €2, it was the best shit ever. It was so cool, and it was fucking $2, like on red and black, and that's it. I was like playing martingale stuff, and then red and black, and that was the first time. And like with my friend, I remember like we were playing like so $10 each. $10 each, and it was always playing on the zero, and I was always playing like the Montegro red and black, and
Mhm.
we were either playing like for 1 hour, or like if we double our money, we just like leave the table and drink the whole $20. That was the best shit
That's
ever. Like
exactly.
that's it.
No,
Yeah,
that's the way to do it. That's the
yeah,
playbook. Like, you know, there that's honestly like something that when you see that going on where it's just
mm,
bros like broing super hard, you know, it's like
yeah,
they're not losing entire paychecks on this stuff. Like they're
yeah,
just like drinking, enjoying the vibes.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
there's a lot of hot women usually. Like
Mm,
there's a combo of stuff going on that like makes a lot of sense. Like you can
yeah,
fire off cigarettes like with, you know, your drink in hand. Like
yeah,
it's pretty dope, like that part of it. Like I actually like. But then but
yeah,
yes, like exactly what you explained is like how to get the best of it.
yeah. and with just $10, so that was cool. Question from Chronic Mati. Okay, so where is the casino business based for licensing, legal, tax purposes, etc.? Do you need a VPN to access in certain states and countries?
Well, it's a DApp, and the idea is like it's something that is hosted outside of the US, and it's something that doesn't have KYC. Like it's you can just fire on it with a Phantom wallet, just connect and play. As far as who I work for, like Gambly and Oak Paradise, those are fully regulated. You need to play only within certain regions, and like you're not allowed to, like, you can't legally tell someone to VPN. So like the regulatory, it's literally like that. Like casino operators, like you can't say that to people, or you're at major risk. And so like US players like can't play. Like it's just straight up like that. But yeah, like the idea of like permissionless, like that's a term for a reason. Like, and I actually stand behind like that concept. But part of like the core element of our DApp casino is that we don't actually take any of the profits. So anything that's in the finances for the casino, like as a profit margin, goes to the GMCOCK buy and burn, and that's with like a 100% confirmation from start to finish for the lifetime of it.
So how do you make money as a business?
I mean, you got to spend money to make it, first off. Second, we came in with, like I said, 28 soul in the LP.
Yeah,
that's
like manageable.
Yeah, you're not trying to have like the mortgage paid in month 2 doing that sort of thing, unless you're like selling coke or something. Like the idea is slow and steady wins the race. You really like have to prove yourself. Like I'm a big fan of, like a prove it deal. That's kind of how I looked at this. That's a saying they have in the NFL or in sports, where a player signs for a 1-year contract, knowing that their stats that year is going to dictate how the next contract is going to look, and they're prepared to do that because they know what they're made of. And that's how I kind of approach this. It's like, I know what I'm made of. I know what our people can do if we're giving 100%, and it's gonna be like, we're gonna prove it first. Like it needs to be that way. And I'm not like a big hype guy, like I obviously I'm obviously like connected to the influencer network and whatnot, but I need to be able to prove, like through results, what we're actually about. And that was a big part of me wanting to get in the space.
That makes sense. We have the same way to execute, like same thing. I prefer like to scale like the DeCod3rs team and stuff, like the concept. Once we are like 100% it, like PMF, where like, and we have like our audience and like community build. I don't know how to sell nothing and make it hype. I don't know to do that, which is cool. Okay, so who made the art for the cogs? It looks like it's Relentless, right?
It's not. No.
Okay, it's not.
He's on the team. Relentless is.
Okay.
So the gentleman that made the cocks goes by the username Preacher, and this guy actually is like an animation, like pixel art kind of legend in the space. So he has done work with the biggest project in ordinals as well, and got taken care of like extremely well for that. Like he's a dude that like has earned his respect like through his artistry, which I personally love. There's obviously an art and a science, like as they say, to the space itself, like where you have to use your mind and then use the data to kind of combine into this success story. Preacher is like a kind of like the genius tier of the pure artistry level, where this dude, you just wait to see some of these builds that are going to be dropping soon from our game bots. Like the advancement that he's made, and just the kind of vision he has with putting something from his head onto the screen. is sort of like he's like the talent, sort of, in my opinion, like for the project.
That's dope. Yeah, and good heart is important, and it's memorable too, right? So it's a good way to combine everything. That's cool. Yeah. So relentless budget. Yes, nice. Okay. So yeah, what's the size of the team that work with you? Like, how many people do you have in your back?
Preacher and I are like the founders. So we have like, I think it'd be considered 5 of us that are basically like a mod CM, like hybrid, like multiple hats type deal. So there's like a close knit group of like developers of the project that are in like the actual coding development side, which I take part in, and then also like the project Discord development. I'm using that word as like a generalized concept, but it's really like it's like 5 maybe, and then Preacher and I are actually the founders of the project itself.
Okay. Oh, so you do some coding too? That's cool.
Yeah, I've like taken courses through like Google and Coursera is something like I'm a huge fan of. Like we're actually gonna be posting like Coursera like courses that our members can take, where you pay them like $40 and do like an 8-week class and get like a legitimate verifiable certificate of completion. So I took like gamification from Wharton School of Business. I have 2 different Google like, I think it's like data science and like help desk certifications, and then I have like Python. Python's like the one that I'm the most comfortable with, which like is kind of shitty for Solana builds, but it's not impossible. Like there's ways to incorporate Python code, but yeah, like the actual coding stuff, I'm not like some sort of freak like true base dev type. Like I'm a base dev like in the vision side, and then I'm able to kind of successfully get these things up there. But yeah, I do have a background in coding to a small degree.
Nice, that's cool. And you can use the ChatGPT as a coding assistant now. Like
I heard that.
It's top. Like the Solana documentation, like it kind of sucks, but like everything else, you can do pretty good code with that. Even like if there's like other AI that you can use and do a little bit better than ChatGPT, but it's simple. It's cool. Yeah, and in terms of go-to-market strategy, like obviously, like I saw like the people are replying below the tweet of the stream announcement and stuff with like good memes and like pumping like pretty cool like pixel art gif and stuff. Like, is that part of your strategy to reach like the community and like crypto Twitter and like discover the project by jumping out? Doing that?
Yeah, I mean that's where the game has gone. Like really, like the way that you present yourself as a community is through like the memes. Oddly, like that's where we are really. Like the ability to create something that can captivate a person within seconds of seeing it, where memes are really special. Like we've learned that in the US, like over the past like 8 years or so, about like how like the strength of memes. Like we've kind of done like a lot of work like in the streets, like through expression by meme, and they don't have to be like politically correct. Like I love that factor. Like you can really like put some thoughts out there that maybe otherwise you would be exiled for or something like that. So like I love like what memes can do as a freedom of speech component. You can get yourself like banned from Twitter with them as well, but you just have to like if you take them too far, you have to be careful with like politician memes. Like I had my account suspended for doing one like many years ago, where it like suspended me like the second that send was hit. So like as soon as it posted, my account was suspended. I was like, oh shit, like these guys,
what
like
the fuck?
they got the algo like hard on this thing. It's not like that to the same degree anymore, but the bottom line is these projects express themselves through the meme art. You know, the memeology is real, and you're able to kind of, you know, have like a roll call by doing that, where you show who you are to the space by throwing up the meme from like your favorite project.
So you found like the self Twitter account destruction meme slash GIF on the platform. That's interesting. If you want to destroy, if you hide someone on Twitter,
Katie Porter, like I think was the politician. Like she's a California politician. Like where she was like combing her assistant's hair like while the assistant was like naked in a chair. Like this is I remember it like vividly, where this was like this was quite some time ago. But like I posted this and it literally like my account got shut down like immediately and they made me delete it. Like it was crazy, but Elon's like gotten in there and kind of you know helped like clear things up. But honestly, the algo, like I still don't really trust Elon 100%. Like he talks a big game. Meanwhile, like things, if you look at the actual, you know, results of what's going on in the streets, like it's a little bit suspect to me. And I'm not someone like I'm a conspiracy theorist as well, but like I'm not, you know, I like Elon, but I don't trust him. You know, like it's kind of like that for me.
Which is like, I mean, it's with power comes like trust issues, right?
Yeah, he has a lot of it. Like he's a tricky one. Like I think he's fooling a lot of people, and he might be fooling me. Like he might be much more genuine than my take on him. But just you know, anyone at that exact level of power, generally you can kind of guess like which side they're actually on, no matter what they're saying.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, it's interesting to see how even in the US, like, things are going left and right.
Have you been to the US before?
So I went to NFT NYC. I spent 4 months in San Francisco a couple of years ago before I moved to Canada. And even in Canada, it's kind of the same. It's like it's USA, but like 80%. 70%, I guess. So North America, basically. I'm kind of happy that I left. Like, I like my boring island vibes now in Malta. It's cool.
Oh, you're in Malta?
Yeah, I'm living in Malta. Yeah,
bro, that's crazy because like Oak and Gambly are actually headquartering in Malta right now, and I was supposed to fly there. And couldn't get my passport in time. And it's a freaking 23 hour flight for me to get there. So like, and plus I have like a family and kids, like a 4 and 7 year old. So it was kind of ruggy for like my personal life to do it anyway, but I was going to do it. And like, there's something, you know, I couldn't get my passport like in time to actually head out there, but I was going to be there like next week.
Okay.
So that's fucking crazy. And I don't, it's most likely not happening though.
What do they do? Like what's happening? Is there an event or something that you wanted to check?
They're going to be headquartering there.
Okay. So because so they're moving and you wanted to, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I basically would be onboarding local customer service representatives and likely operation staff. Like I actually do the prediction markets. Which is like where, you know, will Joe Biden beat Donald Trump or will fucking, you know, is Michelle Obama a man or whatever? Like we do like some funny ass ones, but like, but yeah, I don't do the actual casino side, partly because of living in California.
Oh, you're living in California. That's sad.
Yeah, I'm near San Francisco.
Yeah. Okay. Bro, San Francisco, like, man, city is going. It's.
Bro, don't get me started. I'm born and raised here, so it's like you know, it's like watching your relative like, you know, slowly kill themselves from fentanyl, which like is like a very Californian thing as well. Like there's a shitload of Californians that like have witnessed that as well. But it's something where, you know, I don't really. I've lived in Vegas before, but it's like California's still home, and like I don't know, it's tricky, but it's sad as well. You know, it's a beautiful state. Just it's like weird how much some of these things have turned. Like San Francisco was not like this 20 years ago.
Man, like when I went in San Francisco, that's the first time I saw someone taking drugs in the street at 3 p.m. Like just in
Yeah,
front of
that's
me, like no one. No, it's like Monday, like no one fucking
exactly.
care. Like it's crazy. And then you have all of the stories on Twitter, like people sharing like smashed doors and stuff. Like how can you live in the city like that? Like you park your car and like you left for 5 minutes to go to the post office, and then like you have like your whole car is smashed. Like what the fuck?
That's what, like, my sister actually was like a teacher in Oakland, and
Oh,
she was saying she would leave her windows down when she
mm.
parked so
Like
that people
what?
would just be able to like look and like I'm just like,
Yeah,
what the like, why would you even put yourself in an area where you have to do that kind of stuff? Like
yeah.
that, it's just, it's mind
It's
boggling.
madness. It's
Yeah,
madness.
and bro, we could go on for hours on that particular topic. Like, trust me, like that one, I have a lot to say about that one. Like we'll leave
Yeah,
that one, to the side, but yeah,
okay.
it's
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, just last one because I just remembered that when you mentioned Oakland, like I just arrived to like San Francisco and like I was looking for Airbnb and I booked one in Oakland, and then my Uber to like set me there, and then the next day, so during the night I think I heard like fire shot and stuff, so there is that, but then the next morning, like my driver told me like usually I don't answer Oakland because like um we get carjacked. Like they call the Uber and then they carjack the Uber just to steal the car. So it's, what the fuck, bro? Like what?
Yeah, no, it's. I mean,
Yeah,
it's nasty. Like,
yeah,
and they started like robbing stores like in giant like raids of like groups.
yeah,
Like, it's been like, I think it's been like slightly better, but like a bunch of the stores are closing. So San Francisco's
yeah,
lost. They've lost like 10 like flagship headquarters. Like
mm,
AT&T left.
yeah,
I think Nike's still there, but like there's an exodus from
yeah,
these towns by like the blue chip corporate side, and they're going to pay like a
yeah,
major price for it
yeah.
fairly soon, I think.
And plus, like you add COVID on top of that when you don't need an office anymore and people don't want to go to the office to commute and stuff. Like, yeah, nothing makes sense. But yeah, anyway, let's get back to Gamba and poker. Yeah, basically also like what about content creation itself, right? Like do you plan like to work with like ambassadors? Like you can see a more and more project like having like a crew of like 3 4 content creators working, spreading the brand and stuff. Like is that on your roadmap too?
um it is like that like I said, like it's part of the game. Like
Yeah.
the whole thing that like was really important though is sort of you need to establish yourself, in my opinion. Like if you don't want to be going like hard smoke and mirrors on your customer base, like
Mm.
you need to kind of show like what you're able to do before you start adding the element. And the
Yeah.
best influencers, like, because like I mentioned, I am like networked with these people. Like the very best influencers out there, uh, they'll tell a project no. Like after they'll look into it. Like there's like pop-up
Mm.
shit coins that are obvious rugs. Like those, the ones that shill those, where it's like they dumped within 30 minutes of this influencer
Yeah.
posting. Those are the ones to like stay away from. But even like the really good influencers, like they're gonna really break down what a project is about before they comfortably put their name out there.
Mm.
Those are the people that we're gonna be breaking bread with
That's cool.
on this next phase. And I know some of them, like Titty. He's someone like he has like a ton of ethics. Same with Brody,
Mm.
Degen Brody. He's another where like these guys care about their name. Like they're gonna keep respect on their
Mm.
name by telling projects no. And I've seen them do that with places, and like it's something that uh, is the only way for the space to like move forward. Is by getting out of the fucking trash part of the
Yeah.
ecosystem.
That's
And
interesting. Okay, so what did you see with decoders that you liked and make you like want to go on the podcast?
well, you are a tremendous host, like, and you have like a really nice production, so those things jump out immediately. Like
That's
you
cool.
you clearly, it means something to you. I want work with people where it means something. Like that's the passion. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't care how much someone's making. I care how much will they have to put into something that they love. And then the fact that I stumbled across like that back-to-back combo of Smithy and Clouds, like that, honestly, like you do that and it's like a snap decision. Like, this place fucks. Like, somehow, some way, like I'm gonna stick to this place because they know, like, they're literally interviewing like two of the people that I respect in the game like a ton, just back to back. Like, just the timing of that, it's like it was true like synchronicity where you know who you're talking to out here, and your community's like behind you. Like there's you have the parts in place that basically tell me that there's heart, there's spirit behind what these guys are doing.
Appreciate
that's what I want to see, and I see that from you, and your ability to actually be a host, your speaking ability, your responses, your engagement. Yeah, I mean, I've been like fighting to make sure that I understand what you're asking me in certain cases, but you're still very good at kind of controlling the ones and twos, like the flow of the conversation. Like, that is a skill, and it matters for this new era that we're entering, where content is going to be so powerful. The skill set related to content is going to be more valuable than people understand, and you have that. Like that matters.
Okay, thank you. I'm happy that I asked this question. That was nice. And yeah, like, if you don't understand what the fuck I'm saying, like, yeah, you can ask me, like, what the fuck, bro, I don't understand. It's all good.
I mean, it's like GMCOCK, like, we still understand though. Like that. It's just funny, like, but no, it hasn't been an issue, like, understanding you. I've just been focusing a little harder on each word to make sure that I'm not like completely botching something.
It's a trick to engage, where even like the audience have to concentrate to listen to the podcast. So we have the engagement, like they're committed to watch the streams. That's a trick. But yeah, no, honestly, like, content creation is like, it's fun. And again, like, the fact that it's just like a conversation and you're just like talking to a friend and stuff like that, then it makes like the whole conversation flowing and organic. And then we're still talking about Web3 and San Francisco State. But that it's the best things, and the best like combination of different verticals that I love. So yeah, it's make the job easy.
It does. It's a conversation. Like, it's bros being bros if you're doing it right. And the space like is struggling a little bit on how people are forcing the content creation. Like, as far as like some of the people running spaces, for example, like they need to sit back and study, practice. They need some coaching. Like, just because you run a spaces doesn't mean you like deserve anything. And I think that we're going to be, transitioning to where individuals with, your sort of skill set, like people like myself who have experience talking in that sort of venue and are informative, can read a room and keep it from being like boring as fuck. Like those sort of things are going to allow the correct people to like rise to the top in like this year.
100%. I like the level to the minimum level of content creation in Web3. It's so freaking low. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, and see, like, Jazz, once you know Vince for a couple of years, it's easy to understand his French accent. So you see, DMC, like, that's your first live streams, and maybe during the live streams, the 20th or 25, it will be easier.
I feel like it's easier like through the span of this hour. Like, I'm already starting to adapt. Like I kind of got a machine learning thing going on with my accent debugging. But but yeah, what you said about content creation like is correct, and it ties to someone that you just interviewed, like Clouds. Like his skill set on the video production, like, it's just fucking levels above what all these other fuckers are throwing out there. Like that's the same with our founder, Preacher. Like, his ability to turn pixel art into animations, into like original concepts, like, it stands out. Like the people that stand out need to be the ones that are fucking putting the space on the map, because otherwise it's like fucking we don't even want these motherfuckers that are trying to throw the spaces together and doing like a shitty job.
Yeah, 100%. And like you can always choose rich, right? Like and get like what 15 million impression for a video saying that yeah, that's my expensive bottle of champagne when it's worth like $50. That's a talent by itself.
Yeah, that's the space we're like evolving from, like sadly, you know, like it's been a LARPer controlled, you know, Ponzi schemed, like that's why the time was right for me to enter, partly because like ethics do matter to me, and not just that, but like quality of content matters to me a lot. Like I fucking am like a huge like hater and like judge of stuff, to where like I hate like a ton of the fucking content out there, which means like, you know, if I'm gonna hate it, like I gotta at least like put my hat in the ring and try and like, you know, be there, do an interview, you know, make a video, fucking if I'm gonna talk that much shit about it, like at least like find out like if it's, you know, as hard as it might look or whatever. But you know, I'm super stoked about people like you who are putting themselves out there, clearly practicing their craft, and you know, it means, like I said, it matters to you. I like to know that I can tell it matters to someone, you know, like that is important, and you have that.
Appreciate you. And I mean, like, and the fact that it's like with the video and stuff, like, which is, I think that's why also like Twitter is going into the video vertical too. It's because like the connection is even like deeper than just with the voice. Like with the voice, you can imagine like how people looks and stuff. So it's kind of also create another link. But with the video, like if you show your face on the camera, it changed like the trust that people put in yourself too, right? Like again, like for example, for your project, like okay, so for example, on the marketplace, on the Vue marketplace today, like we promote, like we created like a deal, like we had a deal for like a BTC Ordinals project, and it was a fucking drainer. So yeah, bad luck. But like so. And the fact that we don't know each other, we never interact before and stuff, like the fact that you go on the live stream with your camera on and stuff, like it can tell people that okay, there is a high chance that I'm going to trust these guys because it went on like full spin on the live stream and stuff, right? So there is like cool stuff to do with video in Web3, that's for sure. And again, you can share your screen. Yeah, you can share your screen. You can go back to tweets, giving some context. It's different than just talking about, like, for example, how do you do a Twitter space about DeFi when you have to talk numbers and you just like spread like 50 numbers per second and then you lost the whole crowd because people can't visualize anything.
Yeah, it happens all the time. Like, and it's part of what you learn in like the production, coaching. Like if you go to college for public speaking or whatever, you have to be able to balance the informative with the entertaining. You have to be able to segue, you know, that's a big topic in like talk radio, where the transition matters, knowing when and how to do it. And I actually was doxxed by a NFT poker tournament hosted by PokerGo. So like I made the final 2 players left in the PokerGo Invitational. So like my name was like out there as far as the NFT world, like they knew who I was. And then I actually played in the World Series of Poker main event back-to-back years, where like I was like doxxed through poker like because of that. So like me, you know, showing myself here, and we're minting with Taio Robotics on Friday. And so I just had to send them my my docs photo with like the fucking paper and my ID, where it's like, hey,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's good. Oh yeah, and by the way, I forgot to mention that, but on the Views Marketplace we have OG whitelist basically. So if you win that, you will have OG. Like, is that guaranteed mint?
OG is guaranteed mint, 0.17 Sol.
Okay.
And it's also unlimited mints. We have to make sure, like, they have to make sure that every OG has the ability to mint one at first. Okay. So like it's kind of a, you know, time-based process that Taio's going to have to be doing. But yeah, OG can mint as many as they want afterwards. Okay. And it's hard to like actually like know with certainty, but we're not anticipating this getting to public. Public's 0.33. and then we have a pre-sale going right now at 0.22. So
Nice.
it's like, you know, I don't want to like make predictions about how it's going to do. Like the whole point is just do our best and let things, you know, happen as they're supposed to. But Tayo's been great to work with, and we are excited about our mint on Friday. It's like 3 p.m. My time, which is Pacific,
Nice.
which is like fucking, I don't even know, like 11 p.m. for you. I might have nailed that.
Yeah. Oh, is it? I have to check, bro. I have to use like the Hammer Discord Hammer time, so then like the whole time zone are correctly, because even like you change time zone, not time zone, but like the time, it's summertime or whatever. So there is that too. Yeah.
Do you guys do that, or does Malta do that?
No, like it just like, but it's probably gonna be next week or something.
Oh, it's not even the same time. Like fucking that shit is so weird. Like they didn't announce that. Like that was a weird factor also. Like this like spring forward like clock change, like it went like completely unannounced by like fucking media sources. Like everyone just woke up and it's like, wait, why the fuck is it, like what happened to the fucking time here? And then I have to Google it. I'm like, wait, okay, shit. Like they pulled the sneak attack fucking time change on us last night.
It's time is a social construct.
It is, bro. We fucking humans, man.
Exactly. Yeah. But okay, so let me share. Like, do you have like the tweet min detail on your account? Or I didn't see that, right?
Like Tayo's gonna announce. I mean, we do. Like we've been like, you know, tweeting about the mint situation recently. Like Helio is doing our pre-sale, and then we have Subber. Like Subber's our main like wallet connector. Like we don't have like OG spots available like outside of the ones that I saved like for you guys. But then we do have the pre-sale going on, and then it does, you know, have like a whitelist and public mint. Like we can still fit some people in whitelist.
Nice.
But yeah, our Twitter account does have posts relating to the mint itself.
Nice. Yeah, I just share it in the chat so people can see that. And so everyone, you can go to the Decod3rs marketplace, spend your views on the GMCOCK OG raffle. Now it's live. Yes, it's live. So yeah, buy some tickets and win the OG, and then moon it so you can make money. Okay,
we'll see. So, that's the name of the game. I mean, it's fun no matter what, you know. Like it's just I like being out here, you know. It's like it's exciting to experience fucking real life sometimes.
Exactly. But what's real life? Web3 is real life.
Oh yeah.
The touch grass is a construct too. Not needed.
No, big grass is behind that.
Exactly. So Preacher Dylan. Do you know Dylan Linde? I don't know. Is that someone from your project? I don't know what's going on.
What was the question?
Chat.
I heard Dylan.
Linde. Yeah.
Dylan Linde. Okay. Hey, that gentleman is one of the greatest high stakes tournament poker players in the world, actually. So this guy's a legend. You'll see him playing $1 million buy-ins. He's actually in Asia right now after just playing in $1 million poker tournament. So I'm glad the local he's our goat, like our house goat as far as poker is concerned. And I got wasted with this guy in Vegas at the NFT thing. I ended up passing out by a bush. It was like legendary what actually went down that first night. But yeah, Dylan's someone that like has been there from the start and like is just someone I absolutely adore.
Okay, so let me find something. Captions. Hi Dylan. Hi. Sweep the floor, bro.
Swept.
Yeah,
I like that.
Oh shit! Spelling mistake. Fuck.
No, it's actually like a smart use of that word. It's like swept and sweep. Like, yeah, I like that. I like that term actually.
Okay, I will keep it that way. Okay, but I do a lot of spelling mistakes too, so it's possible. Hi. Yes. Okay. I love Dylan. Dylan, you're welcome home. Enjoy Japan. Yes. Okay, that's cool.
Oh yeah, fucking. Yep. Japan's like a fucking thing we talk about. Yeah, I have like some weird like admiration and like desire to go to Japan, like just to eat and like find a trad wife. Even though I'm married, I'm kidding about the trad wife thing, but I do want to eat there. I do want to eat there, and we have a Japanese rooster. So the roosters thing, like a really weird component is that there's like rooster breeds like across the globe, and so like our NFTs like are denominated as a trait by breed also. So like we have like Japanese, we have American, Canadian, Mexican, Indonesian. Like it's kind of a cool element how these roosters relate to their region.
Okay, that's good to know. I mean, Japan is like I've never been in Asia part of the whole Asian part of the world, because I think like culturally it's like where the big like shift there is like in terms of culture, like the whole world is like Western culture stuff kind of, but like Asia it's like different, really different. And Japan, everyone that travel to Japan, they love it.
Yeah, I know, and I actually like fell in love with Attack on Titan last year, and
bro.
So like
best show ever.
Oh, you're okay. Wow. Okay. See, no, this all makes sense. This all makes sense. Like the fact that you just responded that way. But yeah, Japan, like I don't know, there is a weird infatuation with it, like between me and some people there. And Dylan got to like brag about how he was going to be eating like fresh Okinawa sushi and shit before he played his $1 million tournament. So like we're just kind of reminiscing about that.
So Dylan is living the life, and it looks like you're gonna have issues with your wife if she's watching the show. Hi, Madam DMC.
Wives don't do that. I think if like Web3 guys, like their wives aren't involved. Like honestly, like you keep them like they stay separated just organically because they don't give a fuck about any of this, you know. And like it makes sense. Like we're kind of like the real DGen move is like putting our time into this shit. Like it's pretty crazy. Where a lot of women are just like, you're a fucking loser, and they're correct. But at the same time, these losers are also fucking, doing some things out here.
Exactly. I mean, like, I don't see why it's insane, like, to buy rooster JPEGs with internet magic money, right? Like,
as long as it's magic money, yes. Like, be careful using the fucking, the Barclays fucking Visa on this shit. But like, at the same time, it's like we'll see. Like, this world's fucking evolving in a way where the JPEG does kind of make sense. Like deep down, like the future is JPEGs and fucking this like weird sense of reality that we're all building. So it's like you might as well embrace it if you enjoy it. Just 100%. Enjoy responsibly.
Yep. And see, like Web3 people have wives. So do you really have a wife, or are you really Web3 enjoyers? We don't know. They will care about
Was
the
that
money.
A question for me?
No.
Okay.
Just joking around.
Okay, that one, your accent played a role in my ability to understand what you were even saying. So that was our first. I didn't actually know what you were getting at there, but I still respect it.
Okay, yeah, you're too kind. But man, I think like we went around like all of the like everything that we wanted to talk about during this live stream, bro. It's already 1 hour, so it's crazy. Time flies. Did I miss anything that you wanted to mention?
Not really. Like fucking, I don't actually care about like a business checklist. Like fucking, I knew we were gonna kind of just let this all work, and that's why it made sense to just let the conversation fucking do its own thing. Like I don't really care about shilling that much, but I am on a prove it contract. So we're out here to prove ourselves. You can kick tires on what that means. But DGen Cockfight is gonna be a name in the space. Like think about what happened with CoinFlip.
That's cool. Oh, did I lost you? Oh, yes. So are we still live, guys, in the chat? Are we still live, or did I just lost everything? Please tell me. I think it's gone, which is sad. I'm gonna check Discord because he's on the contract to like end up ending like the stream. So I don't know if he completely lost internet or if it's me. Okay, do I have internet still? Chat live? Yeah, we're still live. I still have internet. So I think it's DMC. DMC is gone. You might exist, you might not. Exactly. Dylan, okay, I like you, Dylan. You're a cool guy. Enjoy Japan. and sushi and stuff and rice. Okay, is DMC live? Are you still here, bro? We will see. We lost him. Okay. Yeah, Preacher, can you text DMC if you have his number? Let him know that we're still live. But that's okay. Like, people enjoy the views because people are earning views right now. And I don't want to wrap it up while it's off. That would be sad. Thank you, sir. Enjoy GMCOCK. That's the plan, bro. We're going to enjoy some roosters. Okay. Fun died. Fuck my life. Okay. You can you come back? Oh yeah, you're back. You're back. You're back. You're back. Hello. Oh.
Yo, my shit's fucked. Okay, wait. Oh. I'm trying to do this on my fucking PC. Just like I feel like you can hear me because you kind of smiled and nodded. But
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and leave the call. Thank you everyone for enjoying our insights and our fucking shit talking on San Francisco. We covered a lot of topics, and like I really do respect the shit out of you, Vincent. And like Decoders is dope, and I'm here in spirit. Even though you can't see my face anymore, I'll be watching and listening to all of you as you sleep tonight in spirit. So keep that in mind.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your participation. And I have no idea. Can you hear me? I don't think you can. That's sad. So I can say exactly what. Yeah, he made it back. Not entirely. A ghost from the past. Okay.
Hey, I can't even. I can see you talking. I don't want to fuck this up. So like, this is crazy. Like I'm here as like a fucking weird like AI like element. Like I enjoy that I'm able to kind of chime in. All I can do is watch you move your lips and like understand that you're speaking. So thanks again though, bro. I'm gonna head out. Like it's for the best that I bounce at this point. But I love you, and this was fucking amazing. So let's fucking go.
Thank you so much, bro. And everyone in the chat, thank you for joining us on the live stream. That's a nice way to wrap it up. Basically, GMCOCK looks promising. I like it. Sweep the floor. Dylan, enjoy Japan. Preacher, Jazz, everyone in the chat. Where are the other people? Yeah, Relentless, enjoy. I hope you had a nice streams. Thank you so much, everyone. We will have another stream in a couple of hours. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel. If you are not familiar with the watch to earn meta on Decod3rs, just check our little Twitter account. You will understand everything. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Peace.